WKTT 1066. Because the family is under attack and it's time to fight back.
Are covert prisons being built in the desert? Is a secret fraternity controlling world leaders? Who really runs American banks? And the secret scheme behind the penny in your pocket. These are some of the incredible truths revealed today on Conspire. With me, your host, John Smith, which of course is not my real name, as we show you who and what really runs your world. I've also got an amazing report into the reality behind game shows and how they were used to fight communism, and a look into how the electric car was, in fact, invented before the internal combustion engine, way back in 1890. It's going to be another great show if they don't take me off the air. I fought big business. I've attacked media conglomerates and liberal elites. I'm the man they're too frightened to speak to. I'm John Smith, and they do not, I repeat, not know who I am. So, without further ado, without any unnecessary pomp or circumstance or long verbose intros, let's hit the phones. Hello, Truth Seeker. You're on Conspire, and you know the drill.
Hey, John. Big fan of the show. I loved you since I heard you told us the fact that the Library of Congress keeps a secret vault containing a cast of every member of Congress's penis. I mean, it's simply amazing what they spend tax dollars on. I mean, I haven't got health coverage, and yet this government is spending $500 million in upkeep of the members' chamber. I mean, you know, I really enjoyed the last show about diet soda sweetener making children gay. They want America's birth rate to drop so it can't sustain the current population. Then a bunch of immigrants come in and take over and screw our wives. I mean, it makes perfect sense. I can't believe the lies have been told.
Thanks. What's your name?
Jeremiah.
Don't fall for that. I don't need to know your name, nor you mine. Tell a stranger your name, and within minutes, you're in every database in Africa. People are trying to sell your credit card debt and planning to steal your kidney. Pay attention. Wake up now. I'm your only friend. This is your worst nightmare, and it's all true. Destroy your Social Security number and erase it from your memory. And forget your name as well. Now, regarding diet soda, abstinence kills. It kills our ideals. At one time, having a large family was celebrated in this country. Now, if you have 12 children and 8 wives, people look at you like you're some kind of freak. Do you know how many kids I've got?
No.
Exactly. You don't need to know. Don't profile me. Don't talk to me about credit scores. How are you going to judge me by something that happened 3 years ago?
Yeah! I'm glad you're finally going to tackle the penny conspiracy. I fucking hate pennies! I hate Abraham Lincoln, too!
Yeah, he was a meddler. He was a closeted Pakistani, definitely bipolar, big smoker of opium. Some people think he may have been a woman. Now, I can't find any evidence of that, but I do know he had tiny little testicles and his children were not his own. And the penny. Oh, did you know that each penny costs 1.7 cents to produce? These bankers, they're getting rich, literally on our dime. That's been the story of the planet since they took us off the gold standard. Government and banks, they're the same thing. Remember that, and life won't seem so strange. They are taking you in the front and in the rear. That's America. Jay on line 7, love the initial. What's on your mind?
Contrails, John. How do we know when we see a plane flying over and leaving these clouds behind them that it isn't biological or chemical agents being sprayed? I mean, if you live in a poor area, they fly over and leave these vapor trails full of government chemicals to make you pregnant. I know. I banged a poor girl once and she became pregnant right away. I mean, I pulled out, bitch. She's a lying bitch. With these contrails, John, we're crops. We're crops, John, and we're getting dusted.
Yes, it's nothing new. It was a technique invented, of course, by the British and perfected by the Nazis, using crop sprayers to control a population. After the war, you know where those Nazi scientists ended up?
No.
University of San Andreas, Los Santos. And where are people both fertile and brain dead? Los Santos. You do the math.
Yeah.
They brought down IQs so that when the Chinese invade, which they will do via the West Coast, they'll only find a bunch of vain morons and then they'll have to leave. That's what the defense industry has become. You thought it was all about worthwhile stuff, like selling guns to African dictators or supporting oil states. No, sir. It's about the holy grail, eugenics. And you're paying for it with your tax dollars. You fools. Open your brains, people. I'd tell you to grow some balls, but it's brains I'm worried about. They keep you so stupid so that if the miseducation system fails and you actually end up knowing how to read, it'll all be meaningless anyway, as you'll be too stupid to understand anything.
Yeah! Wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. I think that's why I always hated black people.
Hey, I cannot tolerate overt racism. I am not a racist. Accepting and explaining clear genetic differences between different races is not racism. It's facts. Facts. Like when you go to the grocery store, do you buy any brand of food? No, you buy the right brand. People should do the same with their life meat. Of course, people don't like the truth. What I said about French women? True. Andrew, you're on Conspire.
Hey, I want to say thanks for all the insight over the years. I didn't know I needed to be this paranoid until you opened my mind to how awful society is. It's really very useful. I used to have a job and a wife, but I was so naive. Now I live in a bunker, armed to the teeth and free from human corrupting agents, and I'm much happier. I'll tell you. Anyway, John Smith, I wanted to say, you had that guy on last week talking about the end of the world is in 2012 because that's when the Mayan calendar runs out. I say fuck the Mayans. Their calendar sucks balls. No wonder they went extinct. What kind of calendar has a guy sticking his tongue out in the middle of it? Can you imagine carrying a 300-pound rock around the size of a trash can lid just so you know what day it is? Fuck that. Maybe you can. I fucking can. And I'm supposed to take your civilization seriously?
I respect your opinion, but the facts are the facts, friend.
Hey, screw the Mayans, man. The fucking Aztecs were the shit. They were far more powerful. Their civilization was about sacrificing bitches and gold and men having tans and wearing short skirts. It was much more like how I live my life today. Seriously, I wear a skirt every day because of the Aztecs, man. And you know what?
No? What?
Neither do I. I forgot what I was gonna say. But just for the record, the government sucks balls hard. It's like a puppet show, like the one my dad did for us when the puppets would suck his balls. Why can't we get a real leader like Hitler? I mean, China, he did some bad shit, but he also built roads and found the Ark of the Covenant before that archaeologist stole it. I mean, I don't know any blacks or Jews or women, and I've never met one, and you know what? I'm glad. I can't stand the people who are like me. So imagine how much I'd hate people who aren't like me. Hello? Hello? Are you there? Can you hear me? John? Hello?
Okay, well, thanks for your call, but after that fine last month, we can't have callers explaining their beliefs quite so clearly. But remember, they are out to get you, and by that I mean the people who put the pyramid on your Washingtons. The great mystery of the dollar bill. I will explain all after this break.
I'm a brainless sales associate who gets by because I've got a great rack. With Wing It software, my presentations are 99% fluff and no substance.
Nothing says success in the business world like a slideshow. Nothing says, I know what I'm talking about, than the ability to break down a complex idea into 3 simple points per slide. Order a copy of Wing It today. Wing It presentation software, a 720-degree revolution in business practice every day since 1997. It's a revolution. Prepare to be revolted.
WKTT. Because I love my country, and if you don't, fuck you and your fat wife. WKTT 1066. Talk radio for people who are always right.
Weasel News. Are you a sex offender? That's the question many police are asking residents. And they've even set up a website, littlelacysurprisepageant.com, to catch them. It's a town on edge as people wonder if their father, best friend, or even spouse is a sex offender.
The problem is you, the news media. So what if a man pleasures himself in public? Sometimes you have to take care of business. Comprende? Come on, you want to see my junk?
In Algonquin, I'm Eric House, Weasel News.
Eric House there with a worrying report. When you think of biker gangs, do you think of lovable rogues on the open road stopping at a sleazy motel to cook up a batch? Or do you think of patriots in leather with beards and beers having a good time? Both images are out of date. Outlaw motorbike gangs such as the Angels of Death and the Lost are engaged in a war on the streets of Liberty City. A war with many casualties. Not just the bikers that kill each other, but the lives ruined by the crystal meth and crack cocaine that these thugs traffic. Whoever comes out on top in this war, it won't be Liberty City.
Online dating has overtaken being set up by friends or spiking her drink as the favored way for Liberty City's men to meet loose women. Sites such as lovemeet.net and craplist.net have helped Liberty City's many lonely hearts find soulmates, or at least a desperate slob to sleep with for the afternoon.
In radio entertainment news, that annoying shock jock Laszlo is returning to the airwaves after a 6-year absence in which he was tossed by community leaders. He announced that the station will be called Integrity and will be all about integrity. Laszlo lost his radio job after the payola scandal, and quite frankly, because he had a potty mouth. Mike Whiteley, Weazel News.
This is Weasel News.
WKTT 1066, because now that the Cold War is over, it's time to fight with ourselves.
The Martin Sirius Show.
This show is trash! I don't want my children hearing your filth!
Shut up, you shrew! Get naked for me and drown your children in the bathtub right now, on the phone!
The most valuable man in broadcasting, the genius who takes no prisoners, is back for another episode of the Shock Jock Show that has changed everything, including moral standards and what is considered funny. It's America's favorite everyman, multi-millionaire Martin Sirius.
I'm being ripped off by all my peers, the hacks in this industry.
Also starring Smithy, the sidekick.
I'm smoking a cigar with my butt!
And Mark, the anal and entirely realistic station manager.
This show is out of control. We'll get fined again.
And Lisa, who isn't just a token example of diversity, so we avoid a lawsuit.
You're so funny, Martin, burning a rainbow flag. I should be offended, but you're brilliant. I hate myself all the way to the bank.
This is the multi-award-winning, game-changing, life-altering, original Martin Sirius Show.
That's right. Martin Sirius Show, back with another incredible round of telling everybody the way things are. Yes, the way things are.
That's so true.
Lisa God is in the details. In the details! He also appears to be in your breasts. Your breasts! Lisa, today, they seem kind of perky, fresh. Someone have some work done, Lisa? Huh? A little bit of uplift with your bonus, did we? Tell Uncle Martin. Let me see those chocolate grenades. Ooh, delicious.
Oh, Martin, you're ridiculous. You're so funny. I can't believe people call you a condescending homophobic racist.
Thanks, Lisa. I know. How could I be racist or homophobic when I employ a black transvestite? That's why they pay me the big bucks. Hasn't changed me. The money, I mean. Hasn't changed me one bit.
Yeah, you always were a jackass, if I may say so, Mr. S.
Thank you, stunt boy Smithy. Thank you.
Oh, Lord. What are you doing, Smithy?
It's my first stunt of the day. I'm gonna duct tape M80s to my throat.
Yeah, shove a lit one up your ass. I win a broadcasting award.
Anything for you, Mr. S.
What if he gets hurt?
I'm a pioneering broadcaster. A pioneer. I break ground, others follow, others copy. Listen, I don't care who gets hurt in the name of radio. I take no prisoners in my search for the truth. Light those fireworks around your neck, Smithy. Wow, Smithy, that must have really stung. Can I say this, Lisa? I'm a legend.
Well.
A legend.
Well.
Like Davy Crockett. Except that I don't get to murder natives.
I've gone deaf, Mr. S!
Stunt boy Smithy, everybody, with an M80 up his rear end. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's incredible! Incredible! Radio, theater of the mind, and widescreen plasma TV of the asshole.
Oh, Martin, you're hilarious! Naughty but a straight talker. No wonder all the porn stars we have on the show can't resist you.
Is that so?
I've got a sound effects machine. Isn't that funny?
Well, speaking of porn stars, pull that curtain back. You guys are not gonna believe what's going on behind there.
Wow, Mr. S, they're beautiful.
Wow, indeed. Indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's two hot young porn stars making out.
Hot lesbian action. Only on the Martin Sirius Show.
Just like we have every day.
Well, that's terrible and exploitive. But it's also groundbreaking entertainment for which we'll probably win an award. You're really a genius.
Mr. S, do you want me to kill one of the porn stars like last time?
That was a ratings bonanza. Bonanza. Wow. Breasts. Look at those breasts. Veiny and covered in stretch marks. Just like watermelons about to explode. Just a reminder, next week, if management doesn't shut it down, we'll have our annual circle jerking contest, where you can win a box set of every show I've ever done. Think about that. Me! Every show, all the time. My whole career.
And don't forget to tell them about the tot stickers.
That's right, Lisa. This is extreme radio. Extreme! So I spend 99% of the time on air talking about the show rather than actually putting one on. Smithy, tell them how they can get their tot stickers.
Yes, Mr. S. Tot stickers are for Take Out Your Twat Tuesdays and Thursdays. When you put the tot sticker on your car and women see the tot sticker while they're driving, they'll mush those nasty meat curtains against the window.
Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. That's outrageous, but also liberated and true.
Going to the phones, taking calls, speaking live. Line 3, Brianna, you're on the Martin Sirius Show.
Hi, Martin. I'm totally hot and wet for you.
If I wasn't stuck here doing this dumb show, oh, the things I'd do to you. You touching yourself right now? Are ya?
I sure am.
Yeah, baby.
Hang on, Brianna. Smithy!
Yes, Mr. S?
While this young lovely is pleasuring herself, I want you to burn your pubic hair off with a blowtorch. With a blowtorch!
No problem, Mr. S.
Yeah, Brianna, you're a dirty girl, aren't you?
Yes.
Do you want to do things for me?
Yes, Martin. I want to be so naughty for you. Well, then take your clothes off right now.
Yeah, that's my line, you dumb twit. Is unscripted, innovative, groundbreaking radio. Well, then take your clothes off right now.
Okay, Martin.
Now I want you to give yourself a hysterectomy. What? Station dump me out? Dump me? Hit the delay button? Everyone missed the best part. I am tired of this company censoring me. I am a radio genius. Now, how many times do I have to say it until you just blindly agree? I am the real deal. The real deal.
Like your hair, Martin. Is it new? Plugs?
Oh, if you weren't a black transvestite, I'd fire you. My hair is real. They just move some of it around with an egg beater.
Martin, you're unbelievable. Shocking. If what you said wasn't true, I'd sue you for harassment.
I should sue you. I see you looking at me. You're only human. Of course you want me. I'm an attractive, hard-working everyman, but I'm also a humble genius. You want me, don't you, Lisa? Don't you?
I want you, Mr. S.
Aren't you supposed to be grooming your groin with a blowtorch?
Yes, sir, Mr. S. Oh, shit.
Ouch.
Oh, smells like bacon.
It smells like the set of one of my films in here.
Ooh, I want those hot lesbians. Smithy, give them both some PCP. I want to get fined again so my show appears to be edgy. Oh, look at them. Love lesbians. Never gets boring having lesbians on the show. Why do they call me sexist and homophobic when I love lesbians?
That's so true, Martin.
Wow, they're smashing each other's faces, Mr. S.
Tell me, Stacy. It is Stacy, isn't it?
Yes, Martin.
How did you get into porn? Did your daddy touch you?
I just really enjoy it. I've got a new calendar coming out. Here, take a look.
Oh, wow, yeah! I didn't know that yoga could be so sexy.
Yeah.
I'm ready to give you a downward dog. A downward dog!
Or gardening. Look at that leaf blower up her sphincter. I'd love to do that for the show, Mr. S.
Wow! On the October page, here she is tending to the elderly in a hospice by servicing the dying men.
Oh, fantastic. It's Mark Brooks, our dull general manager.
Hi, Martin. Sorry to interrupt the show. Yeah, the contest next week, It got canceled.
Are you kidding me? Well, we did it last year, no problem. How am I supposed to do a shock jock show when you suits keep bringing me down?
Yeah, really. Martin makes this station a lot of money.
I know, but you guys are out of control.
Yeah, and we were raising money for leprosy.
That's right.
Listen, we're gonna do it anyway. We already have some contestants entered. Next week is the official third trimester triathlon. If you're pregnant in your third trimester and you can finish a triathlon without entering premature labor, you win. Tell them more, Smithy.
Yeah, as part of the triathlon, the pregnant women have to ride tricycles in circles and slam shots. They run 22 miles, and then after that, there's the breakdancing competition.
I'll never forget seeing a pregnant woman doing the worm.
Little guy shot right out like a stewed tomato. All right, let's get back to the PCP lesbians. Stacey, you seem like an intelligent girl.
Thanks, Martin.
Do you know what hypocrite means?
Of course.
What?
I just really want to help the kids. That's why I do this work. It's for the kids.
Yeah, what's your friend called?
This is Raven.
Wow, you are hot. Hot! Lisa, when we're done interviewing these brainless bimbos while our listeners masturbate behind the wheel, we need to attack some of these other radio shows that aren't as edgy as us and harass people till they commit suicide. Suicide!
Sounds like a brilliant and original plan.
Mr. S, I want to see how much mercury I can pour into my testicles until I lose consciousness. I'm doing it for you, Mr. S, and because I have self-esteem issues.
You're on a nationally syndicated radio show with me, and you got self-esteem issues? That's ridiculous. Lisa, isn't that ridiculous?
It really is, Smithy. You're a good guy.
But the porn stars never want to date me.
Yes, the porn stars. Why don't you two start messing around with each other again?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Is that legal?
I don't know about legal, but it is incredible. I should win another award. I got a toilet full of them.
I know, it's the only room you'll let me see in your apartment.
Yeah, it's your spiritual home. Lisa, what have we got coming up on the show this week?
After the lesbians, we've got an incredible man who is so desperate to be on your show, he's going to wet himself and stick his penis in a wasp nest. Then we've got a feminist who you can shout at and offend, and some disabled people you can patronize and gold with money.
Fantastic. God, I am one of a kind. One of a kind. I say things everybody thinks, but nobody dares to admit, even to themselves.
It's a groundbreaker, this show.
Martin Sirius, the human wrecking machine. Where's that feminist? I'll shit on her.
First, we've got a man who pisses himself.
This guy sucks. I do the stunts around here. If anyone's gonna maim themselves on national radio for minimum wage, it's me.
So here he is. His name is Richie, and he comes from Hove Beach.
Hi, Martin. I'm a huge fan. I used to listen to you back when you were on LCFR.
Yeah, until I got thrown off the air for having midget lesbians burn down a church. People have no sense of humor. So what are you gonna do for us?
I'm gonna wet myself and then stick my Johnson in this wasp nest.
Oh, gee, he just pissed himself.
Ew.
Oh, that's gross. Stacey, stop giving that girl cunnilingus and watch Richie. He pissed himself.
I'll piss on Raven if you like.
Oh, this is incredible radio. Extreme.
It's a proper pissing match.
Yeah, leave the jokes to me, Smithy. Go fill your belly button with molten lead.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, Martin, I hate to be the one that breaks up the party, but that's my job. We've got a feminist on now. She wrote a book about sex and the media.
I love it. I invented it. Sex and the media. The media.
Here she is, Professor Dorothy Williams.
Oh, just like I guess, you're really ugly.
Excuse me? I have a PhD.
Yeah, what you got are double D's. Are those real? The thing is, feminists are always ugly. And you just proved my point. Guys, listen to me. Any chick who talks about women's rights has more stubble than me.
You're not being fair at all. You're an asshole.
Yeah, it's not fair, but it's true. So true. I don't make the rules, I just speak the truth.
Well.
And that's why I'm paid the big bucks. My God, listeners. Oh, be grateful this is radio so you don't have to look at this moose. Think ugly, then multiply it by 2. Oh, what do you got?
Ugly squared. The cube root of ugly. sine and cosine of ugly, Mr. S.
That's right. Give that man a trigonometry award. How about a weekend sleeping with underage prostitutes in Manila? Oh, wait. That's what you did last Christmas, isn't it, Smithy?
Shut up, Martin.
Lisa, I'm bored. Where's that stuttering midget meth head?
Here she is.
Midgets on meth.
On the Martin Sirius Show.
Hi, Martin. Hi, Smithy.
Smoke some meth, you disaster.
I'm so high.
Oh, this is real life. We got two lesbians shitting on each other, a man who pissed himself, a token black transvestite woman to keep the regulators and activist groups off my back.
That's me.
An out-of-control stunt boy and a pissed-off academic horse. And now a midget smoking meth.
Martin, you're a genius. This is incredible entertainment, but it's about all we've got time for.
We'll see you on the next Martin Sirius Show. Stacy, why don't you come and sit on my lap and tell me about your daddy issues?
This has been the Martin Sirius Show. The show that's shocking. Shocking that anyone considers it remotely entertaining. Martin Sirius Show is brought to you in association with Pisswasser. Because after pissing on midgets, a real man needs a cheap German beer. Redwood cigarettes. The #1 cigarette to snub out on your genitals. Fleesa credit cards. Accepted in strip clubs worldwide. And the official body spray and deodorant of the Martin Sirius Show, the Horn. The Horn is not a date rape drug. It just seems like one.
Shocking!
America can't stop gawking at directionless heiresses and debutante disasters on the hit CNT show I'm Rich. Coming up next week on I'm Rich.
Fancy a pizza? So did rich financier John Fuskett. So he bought Italy. And everyone loves children, especially famous actress and singer Samantha Muldoon. Which is why she's taken to adopting a new one every day. We'll spend a day with hedge fund mogul Kurt Simplex, who's bought every historical castle in England and burnt half of them down to raise the prices of the other half. Or maybe you want to be like Kerry McIntosh. This gorgeous model and multi-millionairess got so bored of the airhead jibes, she purchased a brain and had it installed in her rectum. These are all true stories, and we'll have thousands more like them next time on I'm Rich.
That's I'm Rich, only on CNT.
Ever wonder why you look a lot like your neighbor?
Yes.
Do you have strange feelings towards your mother or sister? Yeah. Do you feel disconnected from your father? Don't look to therapists to explain what you already know. You're probably either adopted or the result of a fling at a 1970s car key party. Accepted. But how do you find out the truth? DNA. DNA never lies, except in a few rare sexual assault cases. Call Double Helix DNA Search today and find out who's really your daddy.
WKTT 1066. Because the liberal media wants to give your country to an illegal immigrant. WKTT. We know the truth.
Welcome back to hell, people. Yes, the hell of truth. Here on Conspire, in which everything is real, apart from my name, John Smith. Entirely living off the grid. No phone. They pay me in cash. I don't have a social security number. I am wearing a mask. Why? Well, if I tell you, I'll have to kill you. And, no one wants to broadcast to corpses. But let's just say, I have a lot of friends and a lot of enemies in very high places. The people who pull the strings are the people you know. Not President Lawton, but the guy who tells him what to say. Joe Lawton, by the way, went to the same grad program at the University of San Fierro that the man who invented the credit default swap system went to. Now, our economy is in the shitter, and they're all rich. Not complex, not difficult, just join the dots. They were in the same fraternity in college. That fraternity liked to get pledges to exhume the bodies of famous people. Who did Joe Lawton, your president, exhume? His own father, of course, Senator Lawton. Nepotism, money, and covert connections to power. Blink, and you miss them. And that's why they put pepper in the water supply, to make you blink. What does blinking cause? Come on, you know this. Distrust. Who was the last time you talked to someone who blinked a lot? You don't trust a word they say, blinky-ass bastard. Anyway, let's hit the phones. Hi, you're being traced by government forces as we speak, trying to irradiate your testes. Glad to have you on the show. Shoot.
Yeah, I want to talk about global warming. Global warming is a real estate hoax to drive up the prices of mountain properties.
Interesting idea.
It's a myth. I mean, it's a lie. Where I live, the weather is always the same. I mean, every day. It's not getting warmer. Last week was pretty cold. It's always one of four things. Rain, sun, snow, or the other one.
Hail?
No, fire. Anyway, it's a goddamn lie.
Of course it is. The real problem is the next ice age, which will come in about 3 years. They're using global warming as a tool to frighten people into accepting extreme weather. Then, boom, thick ice everywhere, and sled dogs suddenly cost as much as cars. It's a trick by people in the pet industry to finally take down the American automobile industry.
Yeah, well, I never liked dogs anyway.
I don't blame you. Now let's go to Mrs. X on line 7.
Your rant about subliminal advertising is right on the money. Look at what it's doing to our children, especially with tobacco. You can see someone masturbating on a packet of Redwood cigarettes. It's right there in the design. I catch my kids smoking all the time, and they're masturbating while they do it.
Exactly. And we all know who taught them that.
Yeah, their father. I constantly catch him smoking in the garage and masturbating, working on the car my ass.
There are so many lies built into our society that sometimes we just don't want to know the truth. Like how they say syphilis is man-made. No man ever gave it to me. That came from a woman I met at the perfume counter at a department store. Trey, line 3.
There have been a lot of people talking about whether or not we landed on the moon. I don't really give a shit one way or the other, but I tell you what, we better do something about the moon soon. This space program is out of hand. Why are my tax dollars going to a bunch of geeks so they can drive around remote control dune buggies on Mars? We've gotten out of hand with this remote control shit. My mom even has a remote control vibrator.
This whole future is a failure. Chaos is all there is. You're probably saying, well, what's the point if I'm going to die? I mean, I could die of a heart attack tomorrow. Who cares about the yard? Let an immigrant do it. I've got some serious things to ponder and worry about. And you'd be correct. Now, on Conspire, we often find that the fans of this show are, like me, model train fans. Yeah. It's lovely to create that great westward expansion into realistic 1/16th scale. The scent of unstoppable progress in the air. A nation being born before it got lost in the mud of political correctness and that great lie that we're all equal. Tiny working signals, a tiny graveyard, trains chugging in circles, creating a tiny model community with the kind of people you like. Hardworking people, you could paint any color you want. No conspiracies here, just progress. Only the way it was meant to be, and the smell of sulfur burning in your nostrils. But more on my model trains in a bit. Right now, we have a very special guest joining the show. She's the author of a new book called Connect the Dots, Conspiracies for Kids. Abigail Grayson is on the show. Abigail.
Thanks so much for having me.
Why kids?
Well, I have been researching for years, uncovering some truths and lies perpetuated by the Illuminati, the Skull and Bones people, and the Federal Reserve, and especially science. Do you know that we can trace our DNA back to one couple? Do you know what that means?
I'm afraid not.
That means I can't sleep with you. It would be like sleeping with my brother. We're all related. We're all brothers and sisters, and that is just sick. It's incestuous. It's dirty. It's
fascinating.
sick.
Fascinating. But why is your recent book targeted towards children?
Well, Connect the Dots, Conspiracies for Kids, is an activity workbook and learning tool for young people to learn the truth about how to survive. Now, I targeted it toward kids because adults won't listen to me anymore. They have closed their minds to the truth that I speak. Look, I got an email alert from when people write about me on the internet. This one calls me a psychotic bitch. I know my message is getting across. For this book, I have done a lot of cable access shows. Yeah, big ones. It's catching on.
Well, the chapter on World War II is fascinating.
Yes, it is. It is, isn't it? I know. And kids can color in swastikas while they learn about how Pearl Harbor was an inside job. Yeah, but what I'm really, really interested in is these secret societies. babies. Did you know a secret society runs our government? It's true. It's in my book. I did the research. Lots of the people in the government even believe that a bearded being existing beyond time will send envoys and children to the earth in order to perform miracles and provide meaning and justify war. Children must be warned of this. I also teach kids about gold and why our paper money is a sham. Now, you should hoard gold in your teeth, rings, necklaces, ingots, John. I'm talking ingots. Think ingots. Gold is the future. Now, I sprinkle gold dust on my food, so I even poop gold. So then, when I'm kidnapped, I can poop, I can pick out the gold and bribe the guard and escape with my freedom. Look, I can show you right now. You want me to show you?
I believe you. You're very resourceful.
Yes, I am.
Your book talks a lot about urban escape and countermeasures.
Yes, absolutely. Our society is on the point of complete collapse, and children should know about this at all times. Why are we teaching children how to write in cursive and learn mathematic tables? My book teaches kids what to do in case you're on the way to school and you get kidnapped. Do you know how to escape from handcuffs, John? Do you? I do. Things can go badly quickly. I mean, you figure out a safe word, but you never know with a guy you met on the internet. You got to get out of there fast.
It says here you recommend maintaining weapons caches?
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely. I have weapons caches hidden throughout the city. If there's a terrorist attack, I need to be able to get a flamethrower quick. It's important all our children have this knowledge, too. After all, when the Russians invaded, who saved us, huh? Resourceful and good-looking school kids. That's who. Yeah, life is like a movie. Don't be an extra.
That's a great message. Let's go to the phones now. Chester in Albany, you're on.
This bitch is crazy. I took her urban escape and evasion course so I can know how to get out of a hostage situation. I paid $600 too. You know what she told me to do to escape and bargain for my freedom? Find out who the ringleader is and perform oral sex on him.
It worked for me in the Philippines. Now, look, John, I have traveled the world, except for Australia. That place is fucked. There are a lot of people that hate Americans for no reason, when all we try to do is help them and bring them democracy and bean machine coffee shops for their main streets. Yeah, it is a very scary world we live in, and I want to make sure that kids understand the essentials of survival. You know, how to find water, how to pick locks, how to hack into a classmate's email account and look for blackmail material, how to control these urges you have in your body. Suppress them. You know, the book, it has songs that kids can sing. Like, it's easy to make a mercury switch, gonna blow up that stupid bitch. And then some other great kid songs where they sing about waterboarding your parents to find out if they're terrorists.
Next caller, you're on the line with author Abigail Grayson. Speak up, please. Hello?
Hey, Abigail, my kids love your book. I even caught one of them cleaning my gun. I've never seen it so clean. The puzzles are really interesting. And the songs? My kids sing that health song all the time. If your arm's pinned, saw it off, saw it off. And that other one, drinking pee-pee in the desert. Great songs. Fantastic stuff.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. As I teach people to think anti-socially, you'll survive longer. Society is a lie.
That's just fantastic. It's exactly how any sensible person feels. You either know you're getting humped by the great steam train of consumer capitalism, or you're a fool lying to yourself. Let's take another call.
Oh my God, am I on the air? Hi, John. Hi, Abigail. I love the show. You know, Abigail, I tried to make my kid learn the truth about World War II and our government, working through your book chapter by chapter. We colored in swastikas. We visited prison of war camps. We talked about Stalingrad, Hiroshima, and we had a great time. I, for one, loved every minute of it.
Oh, great.
I thought we were really bonding, as the book said we would, but then he turned on me. He called me a crank and a racist and a loser. I seriously think my kid is a government agent paid for by liberals. I think I'm gonna have to drown him or something. I'm at my wit's end.
Drown him. Drown him. If he floats, he's an agent.
Isn't that witches?
Same thing. The FIB was founded by witches. That is what my next book is about. Oh, the witches. Oh, the witches come into your room. Drown them. They spy for Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom speaks to Congress, and those assholes got us in this mess. All together now. Come on, John. Public education is
too much.
socialism.
Well, we're just about out of time. Will you be quiet, you harpy? This has been Conspire. Remember, forget everything you've ever learned. Start each day questioning everything. Your DNA is not your own, and keep your mouth shut. Goodbye.
Wait, hold on. We got to talk more about my book.
No.
Wait, you said that we're doing promos for my book here.
We're out of time.
I fought my way through the jungle to get here.
We've all had days like that, Abby.
Every day is like that, John.
We're not on the air
John,
anymore.
you made me leave my house.
You're wearing body armor. Come on, you got to get out.
That's
We're off
because I
the air.
need it in this city. I'm sorry. Leaving the house without your body armor on, you got to be out of your mind, and who knows what kind of lunatics are running around in this studio. Someone! I'm very premenstrual right now!
Meet John Hunter. As a state senator, he voted to close down all schools in Liberty City and give the money saved directly to drug addicts. John Hunter wants to be your governor, but he hates our troops so much, he wants them to cut and run and come home cowards. John Hunter has lost an erection more than once and disappointed his wife much in the same way he'll disappoint you. And he definitely has hair plugs and lifts. Call John Hunter. Tell him that comb-over's not fooling anyone, you short-assed bald bastard. It's just like your policies. Thin on top and short of ideas. Paid for by Michael Graves for governor.
Announcing the arrival of Republican Space Ranger action figures only at Burger Shot. They're more fun than computer games. Action figures are back. When you order a Heartstopper kids meal and an 84-ounce Sprunk, pick up one of these cool action figures for only $9.99. Each action figure has 20 different sayings. There's Butch.
Sure is fun to play with Daddy's gun.
The Commander.
Foreigners can't be trusted.
And Dick.
Reading is for fucking queers.
Each Republican Space Ranger action figure comes ready to fight terrorism, attack illegal immigration, and protect your freedom with a gun in one hand and a six-pack in the other. And all new, it's the Republican Space Ranger shower scene playset.
Hey, baby, nice DNA dumpster.
Watch the Republican Space Rangers only on Weasel and collect all the action figures only at Burger Shot. Burger Shot. Die with a smile on your face. Weasel. Entertainment and freedom together again.
WKTT. Because in the war on terror, it's kill or be killed.
WKTT 1066.